I'm Dr. John, and this is your Maintenance Minute. We're continuing our conversation on the 32 storeroom practices and processes, and we're up to the ordering process. This is very important. This is how things get ordered and received into the storeroom. There's two primary ways that things are ordered out through for the storeroom. The first one is the replenishment, and that's using the MRP software that's probably in your computer system, your CMMS. The MRP stands for Materials Requirements Planning, and this is for the replenishment of stocked items. So from time to time, when the inventory in your facility hits this reorder point that we've talked about before, it reorders this replenishment stock, the reorder quantity, if you will, and that's received in and put back to sort of replenish your stock. So we're all familiar with that. We're equally familiar with this direct purchase. These are things that could or could not be stocked items, right? For example, if you're doing a particular project or something, I wouldn't expect you to take out of inventory. I expect you to order it in directly. Direct purchases almost always come from, I can't think of any real good exceptions. They have to come from approved vendors, right? Because we got to pay this vendor eventually. And of course, if you're buying a part and it's only coming from you can only get it at an unapproved vendor, you're probably going to use the purchase card. Otherwise, it's got to be an approved vendor so we can be sure and pay the vendor, right? But direct purchase items are always required to have a work order with them. The rule is, of course, we don't take stuff out of inventory without a work order. We darn sure don't order things for maintenance that don't have a work order. So make sure you've got a work order for that. Also, when the parts come in, they're going to go directly to a job kit. Back in the old days, the 1900s, if you will, a part would come in that was ordered directly, and it would go on a shelf with a red tag on it. And we'd call Jim and tell him his part is here and it's sitting on the shelf. And guess what? Here in the the 2000s, it's still sitting on that shelf with Jim's name on it. It goes directly into a job kit. So here's how the whole thing works, right? When the planner orders from the work order and not the purchasing program, when the planner is using the maintenance work order system to order the part, when the part is reconciled, either by receiving or in the storeroom, wherever this happens, the bill of lading is compared or reconciled with the purchase order. The purchase order is going to have that work order number on it because it was ordered through the work order system. And that way the storeroom knows it goes into a job kit versus some sort of replenishment. For example, I'll just hold up this little cheap calculator. If we've got these in stock, right, these are a stocked item, but a planner says, hey, I need like 50 of them for a project I'm doing, so let me order 50 directly. In receiving, either, again, if it's in the receiving dock or if it's received in the storeroom, somebody at 2 o'clock in the morning or something's going to rip that box open. They don't, they're going to put these on the shelf. They don't know otherwise. There's no document that says, now hang on a second, this is for a project. So for that purpose, I want to order, if I'm able to, I want to order through the work order system because this allows me to have that work order on the purchase order number that's clearly visible and tells the people in the storeroom or whoever's receiving it, this goes into a job kit, right, to sort of keep from having it on a shelf or worse, put it into the replenishment stock to have to pull it back out again, which is just more paperwork for the storeroom. Several ways to order. This is a real process. This has to be understood by everybody. How do we get parts in the storeroom as far as replenishment? Let's figure out how the system works. And then also from time to time, we have to order stuff that's not on stock and we got to order it directly. And how do we do that? It's very important that we understand that. And for planners to research and see if they've got this capability. This is extremely helpful. I hope you'll take a look at these, see what your capabilities are, make an improvement to your process. Give us a call if you need help. I'm Dr. John. This has been your Maintenance Minute.